Hello, Misty.
Hello, Ike.
Welcome back to your show.
Welcome back to our show.
I'm so glad to co-host this show with you.
I'm really glad to co-host a show with you, too.
What you
the
don't
Misty
know,
and Ike
the Misty
program.
and Ike. It's not just Ike, as we've done for the 4 intros that we recorded before we just started this.
Yes.
Episode 208
Yep.
of the show, which is going on our Creepy Week theme.
It is. On Monday, we talked about killer clowns.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday, we talked about the Twilight Zone.
Yep. So today,
Pulp Fiction.
we're going to talk about Pulp Fiction, which isn't really that creepy. It's really not.
I mean, it's got some dark to it.
There's some
It's
things
definitely
in there.
got some dark to
There's some
it.
things in there that would be weird.
Do you remember why we're going to talk about Pulp Fiction today?
Yes, because in this month, perhaps on this very day, it premiered at the film festival in Ireland.
In
France.
France.
Ireland, France.
In France.
That no one knows how to pronounce.
Can.
We're going to educate you right now.
We are. Can.
Check this out.
Can.
She can't hear this.
Can. Can.
Say it again.
Can.
Con.
Cons. Cans.
So when you're
But the
talking to
S
your
is
friends
silent.
about how to pronounce this film festival, it's a city in France, and it's pronounced
Can.
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 But if you look at the way that the K,
I know.
I would go con.
I would go con too.
But this clearly says
it's not right.
can. All
Can.
so it's cans.
Can.
No, it's not plural. The S
No,
is
the
silent.
S is silent.
That's a film festival that if you make a film, you take it there, people buy it. So I think that it was 93 that they took it to Cannes, and then it came out in 94.
I think it debuted in 1994.
I think you're right.
At Cannes.
I don't agree with that.
Cannes.
Because it says, one of the facts that I'm going to bring up later is the other films that it was up against in 94.
Okay.
So.
Well, the reason I picked to do this is because onthisdayinhistory.com said it debuted at Cannes on this day in history in 1994.
Well, what I've got is that you're right. Cannes Film Festival, May 1994.
Yeah.
It was shown at other festivals around the world. Here it is at Munich and Locarno before hitting American shores on September 23rd, 1994 at New York Film Festival.
Right.
The film was released in South Korea, Japan, and Slovakia before it officially opened in the United States October 14th, 1994, which kind of blows my mind.
It only had a couple of months to have the impact that it had.
So I'm going to go right into those stats.
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't realize it only had 3 months of the year.
So if we go to this fact right here, the film was the third biggest R-rated earner of 1994, and it was up against True Lies at 100
Speed.
and Speed.
I love both those movies so much. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, but if you include all movies, not just R-rated movies, Forrest Gump takes the cake with 329.
Oh man, what a year for movies!
Right, True Lies, Speed, Pulp Fiction, and
Holy
Forrest
crap.
Gump all came out in
Also,
1994.
I think Reality Bites was 1994.
Oh snap! We should get a list of 1994.
We should do a whole
movies.
episode over 94 movies, man.
Well,
It was a year.
We did an episode on what if quarantine happened in 1994.
We did. That was
and we
so
didn't talk about
fun.
any movies that came out
We
on that
didn't,
episode.
did
what
we?
episode was that?
I don't remember, but man, it was our first Nick week when our friend Nick came in and produced
That
for
was
us.
right.
First
That's
Nick
right.
week.
Totally
He
right.
blew me away with that topic.
Yeah.
He surprised us that week, both of us. Neither one of us knew the topics, and he would just pull it out. And I was like, mind blown.
Mind
blown.
blown. What if quarantine happened in 1984? And now that we're out of quarantine because we're all vaxxed up, the world is fully back to normal, 100%.
I don't feel the same.
By the time this airs, the whole
don't
world
feel
will
the same.
Okay. It's creepy when you whisper because it's in my ear. I have this little thing right here that I can hear everybody.
So I'm going to keep whispering because
Yeah.
he hears it in his ear.
How about this? Even though the film made over $100 million, it took a long time to get there. I don't know what your definition of long is. My definition of long is not 178 days.
No, it sure as shit is not.
If you were like, hey, Misty.
How long do you think it's going to be until you make this amount?
I'm going to give you $100 million in 178 days. Can you wait?
Yes. The answer is 100% fully.
Yeah.
Yes, I will wait patiently, and I will do a whole lot of things that you want me to do in that time.
What if I said you had to give me $9.8 or $8.9 million, and I'll give you $100 million back?
Absolutely yes.
Do you have
Unequivocally.
unequivocally.
No.
That's a $10 word right there. Okay, you got some facts?
Okay, I do. All
right, what do you got?
This is something, and I've heard this fact so many different times, and the number fluctuates, but this is the end of the rope number. Mm-hmm. The F word.
Oh my God. I didn't even know you were going to pull this out. This is great.
Fuck is said in Pulp Fiction 265 times.
265 times. Is it the most F-bombs in a Quentin Tarantino movie?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
What's the second? Do you have the list?
I don't have the list.
Okay, I'm going to give a fact. Can you look that up?
I think also, though, that it's maybe the most amount of times that it's said in any movie.
Get the F
I
out
believe.
of here. Wow.
I know.
Check this out. Here's something that'll blow your top.
Okay.
Vincent Vega was written for Michael Madsen.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Yeah. So they were tied after Reservoir Dogs. A lot of people think Pulp Fiction is Tarantino's first film.
Yeah, they do.
It's his first studio flick because was super tiny. Now, what a lot of other people don't know is that Tarantino wrote 2 studio flicks before he was a director.
Yep.
He wrote True Lies, and I don't know the other one. But back to...
Oh, okay. This is not even close.
No?
No. There's SwearNet the movie. The count is 935 times.
For what movie?
It's called SwearNet the movie.
Oh, I thought you were on swearnut.com.
No.
Oh.
A documentary called Fuck about the word fuck. It said 857 times. Wolf of Wall Street 569 times.
Wow, that doesn't surprise me.
Uncut Gems. 560. It doesn't even rank the top 20.
Wow, Quentin, you need to step your game up.
Quentin was up.
Wow.
I mean, Straight Outta Compton, 293 times. Goodfellas,
Get
300.
Whoa.
Sweet 16, it said 313 times.
Sweet 16?
Yeah. I don't even know what that is.
I thought that was the guy.
You're thinking 16 Candles.
Oh, I am thinking 16
close.
Candles. That would be so weird if they just made an
Right?
F-bomb version of 16 Candles.
It's probably the porn version.
Oh, yeah.
Alpha Dog.
Can I switch it to your thing?
Yeah.
It's going to take 5 seconds.
Casino, 398 times. Summer of Sam, like 435.
Whoa, this takes forever.
Yeah, Quentin definitely needs to up his game on the swearing.
Pride and Glory.
The Big Lebowski, 281.
Whoa.
Reservoir Dogs, 269.
That's so funny. What if it was...
One step above Pulp Fiction.
That's interesting that they're so close. What if that was your job?
Counting fucks?
Yeah, be the...
Well, I mean, I have no fucks left to count.
This is going to be our episode of of most F-bombs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We try to not.
I thought we were going to go clean for season 2, but we apparently have.
I went full-blown other direction,
we threw that right the F out the window.
We sure did.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been like a long controversial question of how many fucks were in Pulp Fiction. 265. What's it? Are you pulling up?
I'm doing that thing that we talked about off air.
Mm-hmm. That was just a slip of tongue, not an actual like mispronunciation, though. I just tripped over the word right there.
Controversial.
Controversial. But it did the K thing again with the controversial. Anyway.
Controversial.
So back to 20 surprising facts about Pulp Fiction. Man, this is reading different. Okay, so the original Vincent Vega he wrote it for Michael Madsen, right? Who was Mr. Blonde? Mr. Blonde.
I believe so.
Two things about this. Yeah. This ties in together. I'm going to put it on the screen. It's going to take 5 seconds. So he wrote it with Michael Madsen in mind to play Vincent Vega. Michael Madsen decided a couple weeks before the script was done, that he wanted to play Wyatt Earp. He wanted to star in Wyatt Earp instead. So that's what it says right there. So he turned it down. But
there's so many of those weird ties in between Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction.
Right. Well, here's another one. If Michael Madsen had played Vincent Vega, he would have been his own twin because they're brothers.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it says in this little section right here.
Right.
That's nuts, right?
Okay, here's another one that actually doesn't tie two Quentin Tarantino movies together.
Okay.
But ties Pulp Fiction with another movie. So when Butch is driving from his apartment, he's listening to Flowers on the Wall by the Statler Brothers.
Oh, okay.
And sings along to the lyrics, smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo.
Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo.
Little known fact, Statler Brothers were my favorite band when I was a kid.
I
My
did not
grandpa
know
would
that.
play them,
Really?
and that was my favorite line to sing in the car.
Whoa.
But in Die Hard with a Vengeance, Samuel L. Jackson asked Bruce Willis' character, John McClane, what he's been doing. His reply? Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo.
Cheer up, it could be worse. He's working on a nice fat suspension, smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo.
Totally different filmmaker.
Yeah.
Went ahead and replied something from...
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
I love when somebody, pays respect to something else that they've done.
Mm-hmm.
It's so great. But there are a bunch of those like weird tie-ins.
Right. Well, speaking of Bruce Willis, he played Butch, right?
Right.
And Butch, Quentin Tina.
Oh, is there a way that we can pull up a pronunciation of
Quentin Tina.
Quentin Tina?
Yeah, that's their together names.
Just wanna
Quentin
check.
Tarantino is Quentin Tina.
Quentin Tina.
Quentin Tina. Tarantino wrote the part for a younger boxer. He wrote it
Oh.
with Matt Dillon in mind.
That would have been very interesting.
Yeah, and then
Very cool casting.
but the actor took too much time to consider the part.
Oh, Matt
And-
Dillon.
Yeah, it
what
was
were you
tweaked
doing?
slightly to accommodate Bruce Willis, who was a little ticked that he wasn't asked to play Vincent.
Which would have been so weird, him
Yeah.
playing that role.
Can you imagine if Bruce Willis was Vincent and what's his name? Blanking. The guy who played Vincent.
John Travolta.
John Travolta. Relaunched his career, by the way. That's one of our talking points. If he played Butch, the fighter,
That would have been really
it
weird.
would have been really weird. It wouldn't
I
have
kind
fit.
of like the way it ended up.
Me too. I can't imagine if Michael, I always want to call
Michael
him Marsden.
Madsen.
That's a different guy.
That's James Marsden.
Yes. Boy, I'm getting my names mixed up today. James Marsden was in Sonic. I think we talked about it last week. Whatever.
We did. He's also in my favorite, one of my favorite Netflix shows, Dead to You, with Christine Applegate.
Okay.
And he plays his own twin.
I love that guy.
He's great.
He's one of the guys I want to be best friends with.
Also in 27 Dresses, which is one of my favorite rom-coms.
Okay. We should do an episode.
Sadly, I will admit.
In the future, Misty and I will be doing a whole episode on James.
I think we should. He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he
He's
really
got
is.
like a pretty interesting personal life
He's
too.
a sleeper too. Like he's a big star.
Completely.
But then like I bet he could go to Ralph's.
Oh, completely.
Ralph's is a
Totally.
grocery store in Los
that
Angeles,
He's, you know what? He's one of that guy in that thing.
I know his name. I don't know. I don't know if I can give you that one.
I think you and I are a little more educated on pop culture and names than the average
Well,
Joe.
he was also in a soap opera. That
I mean, hopefully, since we're hosting a pop culture podcast.
It's a pop culture podcast.
Anyways, okay, back to this.
Yeah.
Also, so Fabian in the movie
Mm-hmm.
says, any time of the day is a good time for pie. That line is also said by Alabama in True Romance, also written by Quentin Tarantino.
Wow. Maybe, man. And people give him a lot of credit for being super original in his dialogue. Here he is regurgitating stuff.
Oh, those are Easter eggs.
Yeah. How about this?
Total Easter eggs.
The original poster has
Oh, yeah.
Uma Thurma. Good
Thurma.
grief. Uma Thurma.
Quintella and Therma.
Yeah. Wow.
Quintella and Therma.
The first poster had Thurman smoking a box of Lucky Strike cigarettes. That doesn't make sense. You can't smoke a whole box, and you'd probably smoke a cigarette, not the box. But
And it's called a pack, not a box.
Exactly. Well, you can get them in a box or a soft pack. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to correct you. But Miramax didn't license the rights to Lucky Strikes, and they threatened to sue. So rather than fight it, Miramax had the posters returned. Those that survived can now get you big money.
Wow.
What if that's how we did it? We didn't go any crypto. We didn't do Dogecoin or anything. We just bought old movie posters and resold them on the internet.
Okay. I mean, maybe. Mm-hmm. I'm not opposed to that.
Oh, this is awesome. I got to share this. So Quentin Tarantino, he puts himself
Quintella.
Quintella Tarantino the third. He
Right.
puts himself in all of his films, and he always
Right.
gets killed. He always kills himself.
Right.
In this particular film, I can't say if it happens in other films, but somebody has to direct when you're on camera.
Oh,
So
this is so awesome.
check it out. when Tarantino was on screen as Jimmy, someone else had to be behind the camera, and that someone was Robert Rodriguez. You know, their buddies.
Dusk Till Dawn
Yeah.
and Grindhouse.
Yeah, they did a bunch of other projects. That's insane.
Well, I want to wrap this up with the mystery.
The mystery.
What do you think the mystery is?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
What's in the briefcase?
I think it's a
The
soul.
mystery is what's in Marcellus Wallace's briefcase, and it's raged on since the movie came out. Some say that it's Elvis's gold suit from True Romance.
I don't know if that
Others
would fit
say
in a
it's the
briefcase.
diamonds from Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
The most popular theory is that it's Marcellus Wallace's soul,
Mm-hmm.
hence the case's glow.
Yeah. He sold it to the devil.
There is a Band-Aid on the back of his head,
Mm-hmm.
and the theory is that that's where his soul was removed. And the combination to the briefcase is 666. In reality, the Band-Aid on his head was used to cover a shaving scar that the actual actor inflicted upon himself.
Because, you probably reached.
Yeah, he was trying to shave. It's Ving Rhames. He's trying to, shave his head.
Why wouldn't you have hair and makeup? shaved before
Quentin Tarantino's original script had the briefcase containing diamonds. He quickly dismissed this as being too similar to Reservoir Dogs. Instead, he thought it was better to never reveal or even decide what was in the case. So everyone is free to speculate and come up with their own conclusions. Quentin Tarantino himself never even sat back and said, well, maybe let's see what that could be in there. He just went, we will never know.
You know what would be awesome?
Tell me.
Is if his 10th and final film was called The Briefcase.
Oh, my God. Hey, Quentin, call us. We got some ideas.
What's up? We just wrote your 10th film, bro.
Yep.
What's
We
up?
got some ideas.
This episode is called Misty and Ike write Tarantino's 10th film.
Which he's only going to put out 9. Yeah?
Well, he just put out his 9th.
Yeah. I thought that was it.
10 and
I thought
done.
he's done.
I thought he had one more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm
yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
Who knows? That's what I thought.
Okay.
But
Well, I'd be
Google it
excited for
yourself.
one more. I am a fan. I do like myself some Tarantino. I think he's very creative. Do you know that he owns a movie theater right by my house?
Oh, yeah.
The New Beverly.
Tell everybody where you live.
I live around the New Beverly. Dude,
Well-
the Fairfax district is plenty big. Come find me, y'all.
If you're ever in Los Angeles, go to Tarantino's new movie theater.
Yeah, it's going to open on June 1st again after the all of this whole year of things being shut down. He bought it when it was going to go out of business. He had a thing in his heart for a good old movie theater.
10 movies.
So all right, I'm in.
But he hasn't put the 10th one out yet.
Okay, well, we'll write it for you.
We will. Well, Quentin, thanks for being the only one to watch this episode.
I hope he's like sitting Googling his name in the middle
Yeah.
of the night and finds it.
Filmmaker to filmmaker. Appreciate you. And since it's Thursday, episode 209.
Hiccups.
Oh,
I have
boy.
hiccups.
We got to get out of here. Thanks for watching,
Hiccups.
everybody. Don't forget to check out our reels. Subscribe on everything. We have do we have a TikTok? We have individual TikToks now.
We do. Listen if you can't watch
Yes.
on all the podcast platforms.
And if you are listening, you probably should watch because we do a lot of visuals.
We do.
And we appreciate every single one of you. So especially all of our new friends. We've got a lot of new friends recently.
do.
So really appreciate everybody for watching. And if you made it all the way to this part of the episode, what we say every day is, since it's not Monday,
We'll see you tomorrow.
I messed that up.